Hello there, and welcome back to a very quick update of Yosemite Valley. You've seen actually the first episode of season number 4 last week. And first of all, thank you so much for tuning in again and also for watching that. I really appreciate all of your feedback and all of your comments. And as always, the little reminder, if you guys enjoy the content, you keep watching, but you are still not subscribed, please consider subscribing because that really helps me out, growing the channel. And just it's the easiest way to help me. That's plain simple because you don't need to pay anything. You don't need to watch ads. You just subscribe to me. That's easy. You do help me already. That's pretty cool. Now, today, what I want to do is talk you through my plans with Yosemite, because when I was on holiday last week, Yosemite was the only park I could actually access. However, I couldn't really play in it because on this gaming laptop, while the performance wasn't too bad, it was simply not good enough to do anything of value in there, so to say. But I have had some time to plan out some things, and I have the final thought, so to say, what is happening in this zoo. So what is happening is pretty simple. We will basically fill up the last gaps by doing something that I wanted to do for a while in a different project, but I think it's worth it doing it here. So we are going to build more or less a few very dedicated areas. So this area over here, right to this hand side, will be a bird house. And by bird house, I don't mean like a house in general. It's more like a voliere. Is it that the same word in English? I don't know, or aviary, something like that, with like a huge netting structure and something like that, that really is connected to this bit of the zoo. That is something that goes really nicely below this area. I think it will get a fairly cool vista, to be honest, but it will at the same time somehow hide and vanish in here, which is the idea behind this. Also, the next stop we have over here, I will do a kangaroo habitat, and that will go, I guess it will go in here. Not too sure if this will be exactly the location. I was already thinking of moving this bit over here a little bit. So we have this forest, but for some odd reasons, I think it would be nicer to just have that connection here to give this area a bit more of a value, and then also highlight this connection a bit more, so that this center area here next to this river can actually be the kangaroo habitat. Now, with that said, there is still something missing, and this will be this entire area will be changed completely. I will completely change the flow of the river. So the flow of the river will actually move a lot closer to the seal habitat over here, so that we create some more space to this side. And this is basically two reasons. The first reason is I wanted to create a bit more of an interesting layout to the river. It will get, let me just show you. It will get from here very close to this bit of a path here, so that we can make like a lovely little, almost like balcony-ish thing here. And then we will get a smaller bridge that crosses. Oh my god, this motocross outside is incredibly loud right now. I don't like these people, to be honest. Just saying that I really don't like this kind of show-off behavior. Like, why? Anyways, like we want to have this a little bit more connected to this side, while I want to make sure that this gets a lot more space over here, because this is the area where I want to put the giraffes, okay? So giraffes get a very prominent place. So we basically have Africa and Australia very close to each other. And this is going to be like a little savanna area where the giraffes can be. And so this balcony over here makes a whole bunch of sense, because then the river is actually part of this habitat. So that will be pretty cool, I guess. So we will have a kind of a bridge featured here. However, this other bridge here will obviously remain, and what I will do, I will move this little chapel away. This little chapel will find a new space, and I'm not like super sure if it's in here or if it's going to be there somewhat, or maybe even in this little area, but it will definitely find a new space, because that bit over here will be dedicated to only aquatic habitats. So I will definitely look a bit more into making aquatic stuff in the future. Like fictional, yes, I will continue doing some fictional stuff as well, but also like actual stuff that could go in here. We still do not have any kind of any kind of crocodile in here, so that could be something we are looking into. And also, I mean, there is just a lot of other stuff missing right now, what might be added in the future. So I'm kind of trying to prepare here in advance of something that I'm just badly wishing for. To be honest, I kind of lost a little bit of hope. I recently, you know, thought a lot about the DLCs that came from Frontier, and personally, I was hoping that there's a bit more of info coming already. Like, I was kind of getting that they do 1 or 2, like, these typical 5 animal DLCs, but I thought really that around Gamescom maybe they did something bigger. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, I love the Australian DLC. It's a very nice DLC, and for me personally, it is the best DLC so far. But it's just, I don't know, I just think this game deserves so much more. It just deserves a little bit more special stuff, so that'll be awesome in the future. I'm not like, again, I'm not like super disappointed because I like koalas, and so it's just really cool to have them. But all over, like, you know, having some aquatic stuff and making actual use of the underwater viewing we can do and stuff, that would be awesome for the future. So really, this is something I'm desperately waiting for. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything coming. So please, I mean, people always tell me like, hey, you know more, but I don't. Like, potentially sometimes we do have early access, and you guys know it. You know, it's not like that I'm telling you something secret here. Obviously, we can't talk about it as long as the early access is, which is totally fair play. It's as always, and you know, it's kind of a hide and seek play. You guys know it, we don't say it, and it's just like shut up until, you know, the embargo drops. That's pretty smart doing this. It's easy, safe, and you know, but since then there's no more info. It's not like that we have already hands at something new or whatnot. I just want to clarify that in each and every video, because people talk, you know, and people take these infos and bring them to different forums. And I've seen stuff, you know, where people quote other people and say, Rudi has said, or the lady has said, or Paulsley has said, blah, 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 blah. And we clearly didn't. We just kind of speculate as you do. And it's kind of dangerous that sometimes people take this over to somewhere. So just me saying this, especially here for Yosemite, whatever I do is me personally doing stuff I am feeling inspired by and I want to do. And this is again what we want to do in the future. What's my English? Sound like a weird madman here. But this is what we are going to do in the future. We are going to, you know, focus a lot more onto what gives me inspiration and what I want to do. Now, one thing I definitely want to do, as I said, is changing the river. Like, we've been here, okay? So this is the first thing we're going to change. And then this river over here is going to be thinned out a lot more. It's going to be way more thin than this. It's just giving a lot more of a bump here, so that we have a bit more space here for something aquatic, as I said. I don't know exactly what it will be. And then one of the biggest requests, okay, so now we talked about what is going to happen in the future, but then there will be something happening in the future, and this is changes. Changes are required to perfectionize, whatever, make this project perfect, okay? So there are a few things that happen. Obviously, these mountains here get a little overhauled so that it, you know, looks a bit more like these mountains here, which by now look absolutely fantastic, and I love them. I do hate them, and they have to get an overhaul. But there will be a few things I'm going to change. Why are all those people running? Are they running away from something? Oh, wait. Dangerous animal has escaped. Oh, by the way, I did actually turn on everything. I'm not like super sure why. Let me just quickly. Animal settings. No, I didn't. Disable welfare. It's only the only thing. Oh, whatever. Okay, so welfare has been enabled. I don't care too much. I don't save this file, so that's fine. Okay, but changes. Change number 1, cheetah habitat. I like the habitat, but this thing, for example, is just going to go away. You know, it's ugly as hell. I will do something else with this one. I don't know. This building over here gets a complete remake. We're going to change this, like, complete roofing and stuff. Not a big fan of that, so this is going to be changed as well. People asked me to... Whoops, there's a lag. Okay. People ask me also to relocate the night house, which is not gonna happen because it's just impossible. Like, it kind of look at how many different buildings that is, and you know, just in general, if you go in, like, there's everything in here is like custom made, and moving this is just like impossible. So no, I'm just not moving that. Okay, so this is definitely staying here. But what is also going to get a major rework is this front over here. I don't really like this in particular. There's not really anything going on, and I'm somehow trying to get a connection done here so that I'm not even sure if there's like a bridge or if we even do a tunnel. I'm not like super sure how we do it, but I kind of regret that this looks the way it does. So yeah, this has to be changed. I talked about this a lot, but there's no bigger change that happens here. But the biggest change will definitely happen here. Like this area is not finished yet, and I will change a little bit about the chimpanzee house. It's gonna be a lot more lush, a lot more overgrown. We will definitely have like a little hiking trail going into this upper area, and I want to bring this hiking trail all the way over here that just kind of rejoins here. So that will somehow go along with the obviously not finished, but it will be finished like a railing system over here, like the train system will be finished soon. How soon? No, let's not say soon, okay? I will try to do this 2020, but I don't know. This will be one of the last things that we do, and then also get like a second station up here. That will be, I think this will be the location where it's gonna go. So yeah, quite a lot of things going on. If you have anything to add, guys, if there's anything you want to add or want to see, or something that you don't really like about the zoo, I think that, you've told me a lot what you like about the zoo, but if there's something you really dislike about this zoo, let me know in the comments, because maybe this can be part of the overhaul. But honestly, I will try to find my way now into Yosemite as the main project on this channel, and to keep it very interesting, I will do the stuff that I have just talked about, so that every single episode is really interesting and really something different, okay? So I'm not going to try to make, like, these habitats over here were great in terms of numbers, in terms of views, in terms of progress, in terms of coherency of this area, awesome. But it was a little bit of a stretch, because obviously they did great because these were animals that we don't have in the game, and people just, click it because they like it and that they think there is something, But I want to make sure that we have also the in-game stuff and make the most of it. So this is why I want to focus also on making this bird cage here. I want to try and focus to make this area look a lot more nice. I want to try and just finish off this entire area here. And yeah, just in general, make this look a lot better and finished. And as you can tell from the performance, there is still something in here. I play this, it's on play right now. It's not paused, so it's actually really good. I changed a few things about my computer. The update also helped a lot. Like the Australia DLC and 1.3 update improved the performance a lot, I gotta say. Like, not even lying. Let me just quickly show you from Tejet Cam, so you get the direct comparison from our last tour. Tejet Cam, there you go. I mean, just look at how smooth that is. It's, I don't know why, but it's fella moopy. It's super smooth, and I love that. It's really, really good. And it's not really because of the effects. It's just very good indeed. Oh, I got the reindeers, I love them. But yeah, just in general, it's really, really cool that this all works. It's really cool that the performance is great. It's really cool that everything in this game so far seems to be cool now. Again, as I said, this is the little planning episode. I really do appreciate that, because it's, nothing really happened. But yeah, I just hope that you guys are interested in the future of Yosemite. I'm really still very happy that everyone is so much into this project. I really want to bring this to an end somewhere around this year. I have a super great idea for a future successor to Yosemite, which will be again something completely different, but also something unseen. So really cool. I'm looking forward to that. But now, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the plans. Is there anything in these plans you really don't like? And again, very important, if you have anything that you don't really like about this zoo, let me know what it is, describe why you don't like it, and also let me know what you would think would make this better. So we can actually have a good idea about what's going on. Now, just a little heads up for the weekend. Tomorrow, there will be the next franchise mode. Saturday, I will try to squeeze that in somehow. Summer Lake. If you've seen yesterday's stream, you might have noticed how far we are. So maybe it's gonna be there. On Sunday, there will be another franchise for sure. I will also test some new games if I get it done. And yeah, so that will be the weekend. I really hope that you guys tune in for that. And then in the upcoming weeks, I have some great great news for you. So wait for that. I am looking so much forward to this. Until then, have a great time, everyone. Stay safe and goodbye. Thank you for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I was really happy to have you here. In case you enjoyed it and you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to consider subscribing. You can do it via this button here, and if you want to see more, there's some cool other stuff linked here for you. This is suggested for you personally. That's pretty cool. And in case you want to support the channel a tiny bit more, you can do it via this wonderful Rennkamel link over here. I really would appreciate it. And also big thank you already to all the people who do already support the channel. Really do appreciate that. But now have a wonderful time, guys, and I catch you in the next one.